Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a reading for you. The new moon in Cancer, your opposite sign, occurred last week, but this is still resonating in your energy. So while I'm reading this, my sense is that this is a message to your future self. And by future, I don't mean, I don't know, perhaps, but my intent is for immediate future, the immediately future self that you are becoming. But for some of you, this can be a stretch beyond our familiarity with time. And as always, these are general readings, so make sure that you take what resonates for you. This is the Soul's Journey card for you, Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. This is interesting because this new moon in Cancer energy that is resonating in the environment is about softening your defenses, particularly those that don't serve you anymore. So this does bear on creating your own happiness, recognizing that you're reacting in patterns of relationships that have defined you, that are still defining you, but that you've long outgrown. So in establishing new relationship to your emotions, you are attempting to allow and be open to new ways of experiencing the world, of establishing or discovering some kind of inner security that doesn't depend on external conditions or circumstances. In the Crystal Spirit Oracle, we've pulled the beautiful diamond. I love this. So the number 20 is the card of judgment. And this is important because this feels as though you have retooled a gift that you were born with, a gift you've always been aware of, or a series of gifts, or a skill or a trait that you were born with comfort, joy, ease in exercising this gift. And through a long series of challenges, you are re-experiencing the opportunity. I'm going to read from the Crystal Spirit Oracle Guidebook because I think that this has some special message I don't want to overlook here as a Capricorn myself. And I'm going to read the relationship message. All the messages sort of say the same thing, but when it comes to our happiness, I'm thinking less about prosperity, although that's certainly involved. Your ability to act lovingly is strong, amplified by Diamond Spirit. You're filled with love and capable of deep compassion, even as you speak the truth about how others' behavior affects you. Use your power to set firm boundaries, to listen with an open heart and open mind before making a decision, and to express compassion without giving up your integrity. All this wells up from the wisdom you've earned from your previous challenges. Pay attention to whether someone seems afraid to contradict you, for you might unwittingly be discouraging them from owning their power. Be loving, strong, compassionate, and exercise right use of power with everyone you connect with. I'm going to also read the prosperity message. The right use of power means acknowledging your effect on others. You have the power to negotiate, to set boundaries, and to wield your influence respectfully, recognizing that we are all meant to share in the universal flow of abundance. Everyone's need to be treated fairly and experience prosperity must be honored. When you recognize how your prosperity impacts others, you will see the rate at which your dreams manifest increase exponentially. Yeah, I like this a lot. This feels really good. This feels like a real acknowledgement of the character of Capricorn, the ability to keep climbing every mountain, to bounce back, to never lay down, to never give up. Um, in your present energy, the World card. Wow. So this feels like you're at the end and the beginning of a new cycle. So you're closing out something. Perhaps this is an experience of challenge regarding your prosperity, your abundance, your comfort, your safety, your security on the planet. And this can be deeply alienating for a Capricorn to feel deprived of the commensurate or the power commensurate with your skills and your effort. And this indeed may be the effort I feel you closing out. That there is a sense of scarcity and being expected to fulfill something in a lane that is not yours, as part of a lifestyle or cultural practice that is not yours, but that it has been hard to shake this lane that you feel that you're in. And you are closing it out by releasing it, by acknowledging the prosperity, the abundance that you already have, rather than wanting something that you don't have. So I do believe this is subtle, but I believe that for many Capricorns, with this new moon energy in Cancer still resonating in your opposite sign, it is about a practice of gratitude, recognizing that the abundance you seek is already within you. In the past, the Ace of Wands, indeed. I feel for a lot of you, this is about a new lifestyle. And because the energy of significant relationships or partnerships has been highlighted by the new moon, I believe that you are understanding in order to attract or find a match, you have elevated your standards by releasing all the things that you don't want, not focusing on the things that you don't want, and really practicing the sense that you would like a companion or a special relationship in your life, but that your lifestyle, you have to take care of you first. You have to respect, love, and honor yourself first. You must honor the promise that Spirit has made to you, that you conversely have made to Spirit about your potential and actualizing that. It almost feels to me as though, despite your circumstances, perhaps a lifelong circumstances that might argue to the contrary, you feel that you are deserving of a place of special honor, of public accomplishment, of being seen for the hard work that you have done. That manifesting in a way that alters your life, that rewards you, that shifts your circle, your environment, and is a reflection of the relationships that you now aspire to. But that work is done in advance of finding those mentors or that partner that will be a partner in your work, in your endeavors towards even more empowered achievement. I hope I'm making sense there. The Five of Pentacles, boy, this feels like a Capricorn experience if there ever was one. I feel that for many of you, this is confirming the focus on external prosperity and abundance, which I think is something that you are turning over spiritually and recognizing what has been missing from your approach or perspective. This is showing me that you've already been a maverick. you've already chosen the more challenging path. You haven't necessarily accepted the expectations of others. Whoops, the candle sputtered. I'm sorry if I jumped there. I think that's some confirmation that you have been doing the work. You've been doing the work that you feel reflects on your ambitions, what you'd like to achieve. And you know where you've come from hasn't not necessarily or cannot or could not supply you the support or assistance that you needed. You've had to go outside of the familiar in order to explore what is possible for you. And although that hasn't necessarily netted you the material comforts or stability that you seek, it has gained you a view beyond what is familiar, a safety that has been empowered by your recognition that you are eligible and qualified for a new lifestyle, a lifestyle that is not tied to the expectations of family or peers or former friends or current friends, that you know there's something more powerful, or you can have a larger impact than the impact you feel you've currently experienced. If this is resonating for you, Capricorn, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I love all of you and I appreciate your presence here. Thank you for that. The Ace of Wands in the past is going to be clarified by a couple of cards. And the Three of Swords and the Strength card. The World card in the present is clarified by the Three of Pentacles and the Sun card. And the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Star card. Whoa, quite lovely here. So yes, I do feel the progression from the past, right? Despite not only the challenges you've experienced, but your recognition of the pattern of your own behaviors, the share of your own responsibility for failures or disappointments you've experienced. So that's where the strength comes in. You persevered in choices that you now recognize were yours to make. And you made them, and you have lived through the consequences of those. You've come to see that you were choosing something or some things that always turned out in the same way, but you kept doing it until you finally recognized, oh, that actually this is not what you want. There really isn't. There's the promise. There seemed to be the promise of love or connection there, success, but it didn't really exist. It was a foregone conclusion based on the opportunities or relationships you were choosing. And instead, you had to develop that inner strength, that ability to recognize what you didn't want in order to develop within yourself the strength, the courage, the self-respect to find what was a match for you. And this wasn't an easy thing to find, it looks like. In the present, the World card clarified by the Three of Pentacles and the Sun card. Interesting, the threes here are showing patterns. The pattern of heartbreak, failure, disappointment. It feels like very isolated and required your faith in yourself to overturn that practice and to engage in the kind of collaboration that is really authentic to who you are. You're all about celebrating the joy, the power, the beauty, the abundance of the world. You're all about exploring that from the inside. I feel as though many of you are very aware of a gift you brought into this world, and now you have learned to exercise that gift in your environment. It involves collaboration, it involves community, it involves working with others mindfully, This is not about being the cheerleader for everybody else. This is not about being the boss. This is about recognizing the strengths in others and the common spiritual values that move you towards specific and practical achievement, accomplishment, the development of resources that others can access. But this is your whole creative being is involved in this. And it feels to me that you're closing out one experience of that, perhaps one that was failed, one that contained a lot of failures because you had to learn this power needed to be uber responsible. You could have crushed people if you believe you experienced failures based on your ability to love and share that love with the world. Imagine what your the damage one could do. And I'm not getting from here any malintent. I sense a kind of innocence in your exploration of your gifts. For many of you, it is multiple gifts. How to bring those multiple gifts together in an authentic way is what's now opening up the door for you for the shift that you are coming to experience. And you're experiencing it from the inside, which makes its positive impact on your environment and on the world assured. In the future, the Five of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Star card. Yeah. Wow, what confidence. You know where you came from. You know the humble environment you came from. Even if it wasn't materially humble, there was a sense of rigidity and compliance that accompanied this particular kind of lifestyle. And you have broken free from that based on your own determination and confidence in yourself. This is you letting the sun live in you. You are inspired, you are motivated, and you inspire and motivate others. And this experience of being able to pull together this amazing series of gifts that you have, experiencing them as joy, the joy in being alive, the reminding others of the sacred gift of life on the planet is helping you to build a vision of this new lifestyle, this limitless lifestyle, and it's having an impact on the world in a way that is you respect, you find meaning and value in. This is not just about you having more. This is about making it possible for others to experience that joy as well. Wow, this feels so powerful. I am visibly or certainly audibly moved. The allergies are cracking my voice, but only because I'm really touched. And for the botanical inspiration card, I pulled the iris, and the keywords are rainbows and messages. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. Thank you so much, Capricorns, for this beautiful reading that we are sharing and putting out there into the universe for everyone's upliftment. Thank you. Until next time, namaste.